Good evening. One of the most intriguing aspects in your investment journey can be the fact that taking a decision of selling a stock. What is the right time? When is the right time to sell your stock? Nobody can tell you that this is the right time to sell a stock. It's your decision, But is there any ground rule that you can apply in making that decision? Is there any formula that you can look at to decide whether this is the right time to get rid of a particular stock or sell that stock or book your profits? So I am telling my opinion here. This is not a recommendation for anybody to follow, but just sharing my view on this subject. So there are different ways of approaching this. One is return-based decision making. What is this return-based decision making? You are kind of taking a decision that if my stock or a mutual fund gives me this percentage of return, I will exit. So what can be that? So in India, as you know, a fixed deposit can give you about 7.5 percentage returns. So if your stock or a mutual fund probably does double of that, so that is about 15 to 16 percentage. If you get a 16% return out of your investment, probably that can be a time for you to exit. And the rule you are applying is you are gaining double the returns that a fixed deposit gives in your country. So that can be a rule for you. That does not mean that the stock will not go up further. It may go, it may come down also. So this is just one way of looking at time and having a rule for investment when you can exit. So the next approach is a goal-based exit. Let's imagine that you have been investing for the last 5 years for a particular goal, something like to send your son to a foreign university. So you have been investing regularly to build your corpus so that you can send your son or a daughter to a foreign university. So that investment is very specifically for a purpose. So you know that it has to be sold before that, before you pay the fee to the college or the university. So when do we actually sell that stock? Do you keep it or hold it till the day before you make the payment to the college? Or do you actually sell it a little before? So that is something which we need to analyze. Probably, ideally, you need to sell it at least about 6 months prior to this. The reason for that is if there is a market correction which is happening just before you achieve your goal, which means whatever you have been building over the last 4 or 5 years or more, you may not be able to reach that goal. So let's assume that you have, even if you have achieved 80-90% of your goal, 90% of your money requirement, that is 6 months before the actual requirement of the money, I think you should exit at that point in time. The reason being, there is the risk that you are taking in the last 6 months can be more dangerous for you, because this investment is made for a very specific reason. So a goal-based exit can be something like 6 months before you actually need that money. And the third approach can be a recommendation based. You would have purchased a particular stock based on a particular recommendation, which would have said that this is the target for that particular stock. Once you reach that target, you can actually sell that and exit out of it. So that's very simple. You're just following probably a research report or your broker's advice based on fundamental or a technical, research report. So that is an easy exit. So what we have spoken today is about exiting a stock. So that does not mean that every time you buy a stock, you need to have an exit strategy, because a lot of stocks and portfolios are built, for very long-term purpose, maybe for your retirement, or you just keep it forever and just sell it when you need it, at late stage of your life. So such stocks which are purchased for very long-term need not necessarily have a exit plan when you buy it. Just keep it.